welcome to all of you to the return of the Jefferson Theatricals. Prior to the pandemic, New York had Broadway. The Jefferson had the Jefferson Theatricals. This was a series of live performances by residents of the Jefferson. Some of them original productions, musical and otherwise, that were done by myself, Vern Vance, Ruth Krulfeld, Don Bennett, and a number of others, ably assisted in many cases by Dale, our piano player, for our musical performances. Then the pandemic struck and the curtain went down. Now, apparently the pandemic is in retreat. In New York, Broadway has returned, and at the Jefferson, the first live theatrical we've had in over a year. This is a play that was originally done over 3.5 years ago. I wrote it in 2017, and it was originally performed here in early 2018. Later, we gave a performance at a local church group who was interested in seeing it, and there was another performance up at a theater in the Catskills with which I did some work. There have been some revisions and some changes, but the play is largely the same as it was over 3 years ago. Tonight, we're pleased to present it again with 4 of the 5 members of the original cast. There's one member of the original cast who sadly is no longer with us, and we are pleased to dedicate the performance of tonight's play to George Meek, who played originally the role of the host, which will be played tonight by Don Friedheim. And as we perform this play, which deals a lot with relationships or whatever between the living and the dead, certainly George will be on our mind as we go through the issues that the play presents. The members of the cast have graciously indicated that they're willing to stay for a few minutes after we complete their performance if anybody's interested in talking about some of the issues that the play raises that in many ways or in certain ways may have touched the lives of all of us. For now, on with the show. Thanks to all of you again for coming to share these thoughts and things with us. We'd be interested, we might have our cast members or anybody who has any thoughts that they might want to pass on about the play. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
I think I can hear me without the mic. Can you?
Well, I thank you for the effort that you put into it. It was very interesting. I would like to single Ruth as the most capable of the 5 of you. I had an impression that she memorized most of the script because she used certain gestures with her hands and also with her head, and when she was listening to other people, we knew that she's listening to other people. I just wanted to ask, has anybody directed it, or you just got together and it sort of evolved?
I would say, Sylvia, that we had no director in the sense of some overall God. It was really kind of the
No, but has somebody directed it? No.
There was no single director, no.
Too bad. But also, I think if you had a sort of a dress rehearsal, you would notice that this couple here, faces were in the dark, so we could hardly see you. And, many things that the director would notice and perhaps make it
Sure.
Slightly better.
Yeah.
And, but as I said, it was an interesting and worthwhile effort, and I thank you for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
This room, Sylvia, This room does not lend itself well, as you know, as you just said, to stage performances, but it is scheduled for a renovation in which we will have more of a stage, more proscenium, and maybe even spotlights, which would be very helpful.
Well, that would be nice.
And a better sound system as well.
Yes, because your faces were all the time in the dark, so we could hardly see it.
Okay, anybody else? The which Yes.
I thought that the white dress on the three people to the left and the darker dress on the other side was intentional, had some relationship to what was going on. Am I wrong in that?
No, that was
That's right.
that was intended. Yes.
Can you expand on what the point was?
We were in heaven, they were on earth.
So the whiteness was supposed to sort of suggest a kind of lack of everything except the disembodied presences, as it were. Yeah, well, we don't have professional stage lighting. We do the best we can.
Were you all able to hear us all right? Could you hear us?
Understand?
No problem.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, anybody?
This is sort of a tryout for Vern.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be going down to Richmond before we go to Broadway, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the out-of-town tryout. And that's why comments and reactions are so important, is because, as Sylvia knows better than anybody, out-of-town tryouts are very important in order to shape the production up by the time it goes to its principal outlets, Broadway or wherever.
I think we're going to have to start off Broadway.
Way off,
Way off.
way off.
But of course, the most important thing for all these theatricals is that the performers have fun and the audience has fun. And I would also like to point out, particularly to the newcomers, that involvement in the theatricals is not a closed shop. It's an open shop. People are invited. Anybody who has an interest in either writing or performing or being involved in any way are very welcome. We're looking for anybody who has any sort of interest in any aspect of theatricals because we have a lot of fun, and hopefully our fellow residents will enjoy seeing us make fools of ourselves. So you're all invited to join us in making fools of yourselves if you're into that sort of thing.
And to do it independently. In other words, write a play. Cast it as you will. The more plays we have out here, the better. You know, we really welcome more of this.
Yeah. Every Friday at 1:30 in the Monument Room, Carol Perez leads a theater group, which is really wonderful. And any of you who are interested in theater should come.
And I'm working on a new Jefferson Follies, the third Jefferson Follies. So we will have a new Follies.
Okay, thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
As with any performance, the audience is critical, and it was great to see all of you after so many months of not seeing all of this kind of a venue. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Just wanted you to know I missed the little princess.
How much did she pay you?
Well done.
I saw my not very guys, things that
Oh, we don't have enough of that.